Hey everyone, it's your old pal Hugh here with Web Dimensions coming at you with another live call from the Software Corner, and I got a really super special guest with me today. It's Mr. Craig Crawford, awesome product developer. He's got so many things cooking right now, and right now he's got a new product coming out called AIWIS, which is the Artificial Intelligence Website Interactive System. Absolutely incredible system. I've had my hands on it, I've played with it, looked at it. It's amazing. The potential is great. So we're going to look at that today. We're going to talk to Craig. So without further ado, let me introduce Craig Crawford. Craig, will you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you've been doing?
Yeah, hi Joe, thanks for having me, and hi everyone. Basically, I've been online now working for myself for about 3.5 years. Prior to that, I worked with a big guy that many of you will know, Mr. Dean Holland. He's kind of a big guru these days. I worked with him for about 4 years, made the transition into making my own business, like I said, about 3.5 years ago, and in that time I've developed and launched, sometimes I've been managing, sometimes I've been creating my own, sometimes I've partnered, but mainly my own products, and I've launched just under 65 products in the past 3.5 years. There's quite a few.
That's a lot of products in 3 years.
Yeah, but the good thing is it's always allowed me to kind of grow and find things myself which other people want or other people are missing. It also gives me the knowledge that I can help make technical products seem really simple to use and easy to use. Because most of the time, even myself, even if I understand a bit of coding, the coders I'm working doing my stuff, I have no clue. All I know is I have an idea. I know what I want it to do. I know how I want it to do it. I don't know that after that, it's pretty much game over for me in the coding world. So I've come across many.
That's a real inspiration. That's a real inspiration, Craig. You know, that when you say you don't really know coding and stuff, but here you are producing all these high-end products. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because when I first began working with Dean, I had this black book and I kept writing all my ideas in it. And I had that many ideas. Eventually, Dean said, look, I'm holding you back. I began creating my first ever product, which was called Webcaster WP, which is it was a WordPress spokesperson plugin. It was it was probably like the launch that made me my first ever launch, which I kind of fell on my feet in that way with the innovative idea that actually helped kickstart my business. Obviously, it's never been easy through business, but I kind of got lucky on that aspect of things. So yeah, when I'm going back to the simplicity of things, when I show you in a minute just how AIWIS works, you'll see just how easy it is and how quickly you can get your websites up and running with AIWIS involved in it. So it's really exciting, and it's something. But
it's really super easy for all.
It really is. So it's just something that's, and just to be clear with you guys, I've got a passion in this. This isn't just a product that's just here today, gone tomorrow. This isn't something that you're going to buy and you're going to be left like when it's not supported. It's nothing like that. I've got live support. The support is going to grow and grow and grow because this is my baby. This is something that I've nurtured over the past 12 to 16 months, maybe even longer, including where I took it from the idea to the proof of concept. Proof of concept is where you kind of prove that you can actually do it, or there's good merit behind doing it, or it's possible. And then obviously going into the transition of making it, and you have testing and things like that. So it's probably been like just over 16 months in its entirety, and it's something that we've nurtured, and it's something that I have to evolve it and grow it, because it's something that excites me, and I see it's the future. Facebook are doing artificial intelligence. Mark Zuckerberg's got artificial intelligence in his house. You've got Adobe, they're doing it. Google, I think it's Google, they've made this thing. It's like paint. You draw a cursor in a love heart and it'll bring up a love heart for you, or a swan or a boat or anything like that. So artificial intelligence is coming into it more and more and more. And the problem is little guys, like people like you and I, and you, the little guys compared to these guys don't really have access to anything like this. So this is where this is something that I can pay forwards and create something that's going to be an absolute beast.
Fantastic. So you've been working on this in your head and more for the last 16 months now.
Yeah. It's something that's been really exciting. In fact, shall I just show you how it works? Would that be the best thing?
Absolutely. Let's have a look.
I'll get straight into it. So it's called AIWIS. It's, can you see my screen?
I can see it fine.
So it's called AIWIS, and AIWIS, I thought of so many different names, what to call it, and I wanted it to be almost a human name, but also it's not human, obviously, it's like artificial intelligence. But it's called AIWIS because obviously AIWIS, Artificial Website Intelligence, sorry, my mind just went blank then, Artificial Intelligence Website Interactive System. So that's where AIWIS came from, just to give you a bit of background. I've set everything up right here for you guys just to get a kind of an overview of, and to save you time more than anything. So basically, I'll go back to the very start. This is in the interface, so I'll go back to new. So imagine you've just logged in, you've gone to, you've gone to add a new site, and this is like a blank canvas right here, right now. I've already made one, like I say, so I'll just go with this one. And as I say, it's clean and simple. There's nothing cluttering the interface up, the user interface. It's just because we wanted you guys to get access to it and get using it as fast as possible, but without having to figure all the technical things out. So I made a demo, which is about 16 minutes long, but that's kind of me showcasing it as well. So it's kind of a bit of a double act in there. So it's not even the full demo. A demo I could probably do in 10 minutes. Once you guys get using this and get used to it, you could probably do it within 5 minutes, maybe even sooner. So basically, I'm going to hit edit just to show you the one that I've already made. I've done 2 test pages here and here. It's /test and /test2. So it's awis.net /test and test2, just so you know where I'm going with this. Now, the kind of the mothership is AIWIS demo site, so it's http awis.net. This is like the main mothership. The pages are like the legs off a spider, if you imagine. It's just that the main site tracks everything and allows the pages to do what they do.
So that's going to be like for the customer, that's where they put in their website name.
Yeah. So you put your main website into here, like your kind of mother website.
Yes, just to be, yes, it is AIWIS, but that's only because that's your website. It could be anybody's website, you know,
definitely
website or any type of digital product or a niche blog or anything like that. You could put in there.
It can go on any website you desire as long as there's code allowed. You can put AIWIS, which is really cool as well. So it's perfect for any.
Ultimately, just to tell my subscribers and my listeners, you know, ultimately when you get to the end of this, you'll see, but all it is just a little snippet of code, just like you get from Google Analytics or anything else. You just put it on your website.
Yeah, and that's when I say simplicity has to be the key. When we're moving forwards in technology, we don't want to be bogged down trying to figure things out and have to learn coding and anything technical. We want something really easy that works highly effectively but has had the background or the back work put into it to allow us to have it so easy to move forwards with it. So yeah, you're exactly right.
Automation, man.
Yeah, definitely, and you're exactly right. So just for example, I just put AIWIS demo. AIWIS is my website. It's my main website. But as I showed you here, there's the test pages, test 1, and test 2.
Right.
So I put a test in. I put just a description. It could be, so if it was Facebook.com, the description could be, this is Facebook lead page 1 or whatever you want to call it. You just name it that. Then you go to next after you put in your main site. Like I said, it's really easy, and it's on like a progression in steps as well, so it shows you and tells you what you need to do. So we've put the main site in, now we have pages. As I said, I put test site 1 in and page 2 in. So we have awis.net /test and then awis.net /test2. Now, you don't have to have it like that. You can have it all on the same page, but if, for example, I'll give you an example of how AIWIS can work. AIWIS, and I'll tell you exactly how AIWIS works just now. AIWIS basically takes your name. It can find out your location, not like where you live specifically, but your area. So I live in Nottingham, but the town that I'm in is I live in Nottingham, but the city I'm in now is called Harrogate. In the office here, it tells you your time, so it can begin to learn things. And through short codes that we're introducing into AIWIS, we can then start giving bespoke marketing messages and specific messages and like time critical messages because we have countdown times and things. It works with text-to-speech and cookies, so we track where people have been, when they've been on the site. When they return, we can show different messages, and it works text-to-speech, like I say, so you can write your own message and introduce the shortcode, whether it's a name, the location, or the time, and it tells you, so I'll give you an example. Say I've got AIWIS on a web page. I've got a lead capture page selling puppy training. Within there, AIWIS tells them the call to action to take advantage of the free report that I'm giving away, to enter their name and email address, and then they get access to the puppy training ebook. Now, say in that ebook, there's a link leading back to my puppy training site. When they come back, because they've entered their name and email address, we now have their name, which allows us to send them a personal message by voice, by the message that you've created on a return. And then say they come back a second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time, 10th time, we can send different messages. So it's almost like also an autoresponder for your websites. You can send messages on their return through their actions, which is really, really cool.
I'm imagining, like you just described, a sort of a mini funnel where you have an ebook that they download, and then if they clicked a link in the ebook, you could probably even have it so they, when you go in and say, hey, did you like that book?
Exactly.
They'll know that you came right from the book, so it's going to ask you something about the book or something. That's just one way it works.
Yes, and it's perfect for anything. It could be for Shopify to, because, hey, I've seen that you bought these pair of, I don't know, earrings. Why not buy the matching necklace? Mm-hmm. We can have so many different things like that. So it works on any website, in any niche, offline, online. It speaks in 25 different languages, 45 plus different accents. So it's very, very cool to send you kind of bespoke, personalized messages that are congruent to the offer that you're giving or the service. So yeah, so that's kind of it in a nutshell, and I'm just about to show you anyway, just to give you a kind of an insight of how it works and exactly how easy it is. So like I say, and when it came down to the site, we added the site, now we add the pages, and I'll just select one, for example. So for the first page was the test one page, which, just imagine it's a lead capture page, for example. So we have test one here, just a name, just so obviously it's for your own tracking, you know which page is which. We have the URL, AIWIS.net/test. You enter that. That could be your, obviously, is your URL with the page.
Basically, you're telling AIWIS, I want you to appear on this page.
Yes, yes. And track what's going off on the page, yeah.
Right. Okay.
So then you go to next. I haven't used an exit pop-up. I just wanted to go straight into this and show you. But you can have an exit audio message, which you'll probably see. I'll show you in a demo anyway when you come to the sales page. There's a first audio message, which is, hi there, please enter your name and email to show how kick-ass AIWIS can be. We're going to show a demonstration for you to see how amazing it works. Just a really simple message. It's a call to action because obviously you're saying enter your name and email. You can have any message that you like. When I say any message, literally any message. But the key to this is, and if you see over these little eyes, it says use to engage/capture name and email. Because that's when we can, you don't have to, obviously. This is just something that I'm showing you guys just now, how powerful AIWIS is. So I'm using this to capture your name and email address. It could be giving something free away. It could be selling something. Whatever you want to do, you can do it this way. So easy as well. So when we return...
Sorry, does it pop up the form from there, or do you put the form on the page?
Ah, well, I'll show you in a minute when it comes to forms. Okay. I'll show you how fluid this is. Yeah, it's really cool. And as you can see here, these are the 3 shortcodes that we've got at the moment. It says more shortcodes coming soon, and that is a promise because we're working with some very cool things that are coming up. So we have hate name, because we've just, remember, just from there, we've got them to enter their name and email address. Right. And on the return, it says hey name, which is the shortcode. I hope you're having a lovely day in location. So if, like for me currently, I'm in Harrogate, so it will say Harrogate, and it will also say my time, which is...
And for those listening, I mean, I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing that you've got like an IP lookup table that kind of knows where the location of the user's IP address is, and that's how you know where they are. Or you can also ask them.
Exactly, and then it stores it in through the system, so you can use it for the future. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it doesn't just to save time and to speed things up. It saves, because obviously you can cookie people. It saves that information. So basically now we can begin to convey a bespoke marketing message saying, hey, name, it doesn't have to be on this page, because what I'm going to show you in a minute is on test page 2, we can also make the transition of that same person land on another page, which could be a delivery page, it could be whatever page you desire. But as soon as we capture that name, we can then start sending our bespoke messages which are more personal to them. So, like I say, I've read that out for you guys. And then visitor return, welcome back name. This is just to show you, for example, is it sunny in location?
That's good. Yeah.
And then when they return the 4th time, I wonder if it's night time in location at time, wherever you are. Just that was just an example, just to show you. But you can add more, as you can see.
You could probably build more logic into that as you go on, too. Like, I don't know all you have, but I'm sure you're going to build in tons of more logic as you go.
Oh, trust me, my friend, we have some big, amazing ideas. Some of the ideas are, I don't know if you have desktop notifications from Facebook or anywhere like that on the bottom right-hand side or this side, if it's on your screen, it will say so-and-so commented on your post. Well, we're going to have AIWIS pop up and speak to people.
Nice.
So, yeah, we're going to have things like that. And within AIWIS, we're also going to have it. This is in the future. This is the bigger picture. I want you guys to obviously see where I'm going with this. And obviously I want you guys to be a part of this. But the bigger picture is I'm even going to create, have AIWIS. So you have the shape of AIWIS. And inside AIWIS, you can actually speak yourself. So it's like a video frame. And then AIWIS can take over. So you can interact with AIWIS and your customer. We've got some very cool stuff in the pipeline.
Could you start like a video chat right inside of AIWIS?
Yeah, exactly. And it's going to kind of project you into AIWIS. We've got so many cool things, and there's 2 bonuses coming up, which I'll share with you. If you can, Hugh, remind me about the bonuses. I'll run through this just to show everyone. So yeah, I've got these messages just now that I've been showing everyone. I'll remove that one. So then I don't need to update because obviously I've already done this just to speed things up. Next. Now you can have it on, there's the exit pop-up form that we were speaking about before. You can have it as an exit pop-up. Use modal, so there's 2 differences here. This will pop up, like you were just asking, remember, if it pops up just in a kind of light box. On test page 2, you'll see that. Or you can use inline forms. Now this is the cool part as well. When it comes down to inline forms, basically there's this tiny snippet of code that you need to add to your page as well. But wherever you add that on the page, that's where your form pops up. So you can have it embedded in your website, and then you can have AIWIS working for you kind of on the top layer of the page. So it's really cool. You can hide the form when the page visitor already fills in the web form. I already pre-filled out a opt-in form for you guys, just so you can see. It doesn't show up that very well, but on the page here you can see just how it shows up. This is just an example. When you go into this, in fact, I'll show you that in the demo, because otherwise I'll have to go into the forms and templates over here and change things. But it's really easy. In fact, I'll show you anyway. It's highly customizable. They're really easy to do. This is the form. I'll have to go back into it afterwards. You can change the color.
Is it like a drag and drop form editor, or do you have templates? Or
it's templates. So everything you just change it all yourself. Basically, you can hide the counter once it's run out. You can also put a YouTube video link in there, so you don't have to have an image. You can have a YouTube video. You can have different types of buttons.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So as you see, it's really easy to use. There's different templates and stuff. I'm just trying to get through this so you guys can obviously see how fast. But there's more, and it's growing and growing and growing as well. So that's quite cool. I'll go back into the list. Edit. There we go. Next. We got to. Oh, we didn't get to pages. We got to the next step, which was this, didn't we? So we've done this. We then choose our forms, like we were talking about. Mm-hmm. I just added the same form just to give you guys an example. But whenever they return, you can have different things, different calls to actions. So you could have a button here instead, or you could have another opt-in form for a pre-sale page, or to warm your list to something else. There are so many solo ad sellers could use this to help people out as well. There is massive potential. Imagine if, I don't know, imagine if every single solo ad user used these. Everyone could, because I'll tell you about the funnel, but when I tell you about our special offer, when you take AIWIS up, you will understand a lot more about the bigger picture and what we have coming as well. So basically, it shows you here, opt-in form, visitor, return 3, is it sunny in location, as the message. And then, like I say, these can all be different. You can choose different forms. It's just that I wanted to just blast through this so you guys could see how it works as fast as possible without wasting too much of your time. So we go to next, and this is a fun bit as well. This is something that I think is really cool. So there's the exit pop-up again. We have the first visit. You can have male or female. You can position it top left. If you look over on the top left now, right, bottom right, bottom right. I think that's where I get the most attention as well using this. You can test the languages. Let me scroll from the top. So we have English, Japanese, Turkish, Swedish, Russian, Romanian, Portuguese male, female.
I was impressed with all the languages. That's really something else.
Yeah, and I've tested them out as well with some of my marketing friends from all around the world. I've been testing the languages out just to make sure when we say it does what it does, it has to do it, because obviously we don't want to let people down and give false promises. And then the good thing about this, which also gives everything kind of a better twist to it. As you say, is even Australian accents, Canadian French, Icelandic, there's plenty. I'll go with Justin and I'll put something in here. Hey guys, I hope you're having a nice time with you and myself, showcasing the latest product. So so this is just so you can see and get a feel for it of how it actually how it works and sounds. Hopefully you can hear this.
Audition.
Hey guys, I hope you're having a nice time with Hugh and myself showcasing the latest artificial intelligence product.
Could you hear that okay, Hugh?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Then the other cool thing is this is the interface that you see. There is emotions and stuff, but obviously this is for the menu, so you can preview it. It doesn't have to be welcome. It could be hello. As you can see it changing down the bottom here. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah. I see.
Yeah. So
right. So that's actually what the text that appears in the hexagonal border.
Yeah. So as you can see, you can change it to whatever you like. Obviously, these ones are just the easiest. And I'll show you how the menu works as well. So you click special.
Very cool.